Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Give me just a minute. Let me get set up on Instagram. And this morning, we're going to be talking about the analogy of a six-figure launch and what you may be missing out on that's causing you not to be able to generate that level of money in your business. And to be honest with you, and a lot of you know who the person is, so you know that it's a real thing. A lot of times we see things and we're like, "Oh, I wonder is that real?" But this is real. This is real money, and it's possible for you too. Give me just a moment, because I know I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Okay, let me get my volume right. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, good morning, Ursula. Hey, Ricky Berry. Good morning. Good morning, Carolyn, Henrietta. Good morning, Precious. Marissa. Good morning, guys. I hope everybody's doing amazing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Dominique. Good morning. Good morning. I hope I didn't miss out on anybody. Thank you, Carolyn, for sharing the broadcast. If you haven't already shared the broadcast, make sure you do so because I'm one of those people that I want as many people to get the information as possible. And if let me give you guys a heads up. If you haven't already joined our Wednesday and Friday sessions to teach you how to get government in get the PPP money under the CARES Act so that you can use that money to expand your business, make sure you go to bit.ly/PPP. Let me get it right. I think it's PPP Info 2021. Yes, bit.ly/PPP Info 2021. Let me get it. Let me make sure that's right. Info. Yes, bit.ly/PPP Info 2021 every Wednesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing free sessions to show you guys how to take advantage of the revenue that the government is giving away right now. So you can stop using, I don't have the money for marketing and all of those things as an excuse for your business. So this morning, I'm going to break down, and guys, I have a free session tonight. Let me put that up there that I'm going to be showing you even more how you're missing money in your business. So I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. If you're in the audience and you're looking for ways to increase the revenue in your business, I want you to say me. And one of the reasons I do that is because you guys have choices as to what to watch. And I always try to bring you the content that is value added. And I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right people. Okay. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. Thank you, Marissa. That link is bit.ly/PPP Info 2021. So, is everybody here somebody that is looking to increase the profit, increase the bottom line, increase the revenue in their business? And one thing I can tell you is that even before I give you any bit of strategy, your mindset and are you really open to making this level of money is the precursor to everything I'm about to tell you. It's if you're just starting off, you're going to have to build, but here's the thing. Most people who are just starting off say, well, I'm just starting off, so I'm going to go low. I'm going to make low goals because I'm just starting. I'm going to set my prices low because I'm just starting. I'm going to do just a little to see if it works because I'm just starting. I'm going to beta test this and I'm going to sample that instead of going out there with both feet fully in, all your time, all your energy involved in getting that product off the ground. And so what happens is it takes you longer because you're dragging your feet thinking that, oh, nobody's going to buy my stuff or nobody's going to pay that much for my stuff. So mindset is definitely big because you can't get what you don't ask for. Meaning, if you go out there and you say you're gonna make $2,000 or $3,000, it is rare that you will go out there and make $20,000 or $30,000 because you did not make that the goal. You did not say that's what I want. You didn't incorporate the strategy for a 5-figure launch. You went out there, you asked for $2,000 or $3,000, and you got it. The Bible says that you have not because you ask not. So it's critical that you understand that if you want that next level money, you got to ask yourself, am I even asking for it? And then am I doing the things that will bring me that level of money? One of the things that I can tell you as business owners is that many of us don't talk about money enough. Somebody say, ouch. We talk about our products. We talk about our services. We talk about our clients. We talk about branding and marketing. If I get one more person that says, oh, I want to rebrand or I need to rebrand, we talk about all of these ancillary things, but we don't talk about the bag, the loot, the Skrilla, the bank, the Benjamins. We don't talk about the money. So how is it that we think we're going to amass and generate this level of revenue is something that we're not talking about. We're not focused on. And again, good morning, Kayshawn. I'm going to hold real quick so y'all can share the broadcast and get as many entrepreneurs in this broadcast as possible because, people need to know. People need to know that if you don't talk about the money, then the money is not going to just show up. So I'm just going to wait real quick and let some people share because, you talk about your boyfriend, you talk about all of these other people, you talk about people you don't even like, but then you don't talk about your money. And who does that? If you have the best branding, Tandika said, if you have the best branding and no money, does it matter? I can tell you this. I can tell you that there are people with ugly branding that make millions of dollars a year. Do you believe that? I know people with ugly websites, ugly branding, ugly logos, ugly business cards, graphics that look like they was designed by a 5-year-old in a crayon, and they still make a lot of money a year. Can anybody tell me why that is? Can anybody tell me why that is? Can you tell me why somebody whose brand is not necessarily appealing makes a lot of money? I'm gonna wait and get an answer. Because they do two things well. They no, the product is not stellar. They do a great job marketing and they're super consistent. Let me help you with a myth real quick. Just because your product is good or bad, people don't know whether your product is good or bad until they buy it. So so Linda, there are a lot of products out there that haven't been proven that are still selling a lot. Nobody knows whether your product is good or bad till after they buy it. So understand that. It's important because a lot of you spend a whole lot of time trying to get your product perfect and not realizing that it's not the perfect product. It's that consistent marketing. So let me tell you, one of the biggest, oh, you're speaking of the need and not the product. Let me tell you, the best marketer can sell ice to an Eskimo. Do you guys believe that? The best marketer can sell ice to an Eskimo. And let me tell you why I said it. Have y'all ever bought something that you don't need? Have you ever bought something that you don't need? You got home and you said, "Why did I buy this? I don't need this," and spend a lot of money for it. And the reason is that because that person did a great job marketing. It wasn't because you needed it. It's because you did a great job marketing. So let me step back because there's also a numbers game. And I think I saw Star Diva say that. Star Diva said they just want to get in front of people and their focus isn't on pretty sites. Absolutely. Absolutely. The more people you get in front of, the more you have an opportunity to generate revenue. And I'm going to be talking about the numbers in my webinar tonight. Make sure you go to bit.ly/missingmoney21 and register tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be breaking this down on the calculator. But the first step is your mindset. Do you believe that you can make six figures in 30 or 40 days? Because if you really believed it, good morning, Sky Grinders Style Lounge, you would be willing to do whatever it took to get the strategy to do that. If you really believed it, you would not sit still until you had the wherewithal to do it. Once you know you can generate money at that level, anything less is not going to be enough. So the first thing is you got to bring your mindset to the table. The second thing is that it takes money to make money, but let me break that down. There's so many ways to make money. As a matter of fact, this morning I'm doing a working session with my mentees on how to make money right now. You got to look every day at what's in your hand. And are you opening that hand up for the world to buy? I'm going to repeat that again for the cheap seats. You got to look every day at what's in my hand and what does the world need? What can I go out here and offer? What can I go out here and sell to make the money I need to grow my business? Some of you don't invest any money in coaching. And if you do, it's infrequently. Some of you don't invest any money in marketing. And if you do, it's infrequently. Some of you don't invest any money in advertising. And if you do, it's infrequently. And the excuse is that I don't have the money for a coach, or I don't have the money for marketing. I don't have the money for advertising. And if that's really the case, then do you have the money to be in business? It takes money to make money. There's no two ways about it. There are so many things that you don't know about making money. The question becomes, when are you going to get tired of not being fruitful? I talked to somebody on the phone that literally had been in business 3 years and only made about $100 this year. That couldn't be me. That couldn't be me. Because if it were me, I'm going to find a strategy. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to say to myself, something is not right. And I don't know where, who, or how it's going to get fixed, but it needs to get fixed ASAP. So the first thing is your mindset. The second thing is you have to be willing. You have to be willing. Let me tell y'all something. And here's the thing. I understand that you've been told that you don't have enough money. But nowadays, we got Uber Eats where you can just literally go deliver food to people's door and make money. You can literally drive up at a fast food restaurant, order some food, take it to somebody's house, and make money. There are no excuses. You got Shopify, you got Etsy, where you can go out there and pretty much sell anything you make. You got Poshmark and Grail, where you can go sell your name brand stuff that you have bought before. You got Instacart, where you can deliver groceries. You got Favor, where you can run errands. There's no excuse for not having the money to invest in your business. And if you say, well, I don't want to have to do all of that to be able to invest in my business, then are you serious about a business to begin with? Because in order for me to get my business off the ground, I had to do a lot. I had to make a lot of sacrifices with my day-to-day. You got things like Amazon Turk, where they can hire you. People will hire you to do little jobs for them. You got Fiverr and Guru, where people. So there's any number of ways to make the money you need to invest in your business. And it all boils down to 2 words. And I need you to type this in the chat. Will you? Will you? Will you? What are you willing to do to change your life? Will you? Will you get up and go get what you need to build your business to the next level? Will you? Will you stop getting your hair done long enough to hire a coach? Will you turn your cable off long enough to get some strategy? Will you stop getting your nails done? Will you work a customer service job from home? Will you? It's never any question about can you. The answer is will you? And until you get sick and tired of struggling, until you get sick of... I talked to somebody yesterday, and here's another thing. No tea, no shade, not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. If you haven't shared this broadcast already, you need to make sure you share this broadcast. But I talked to somebody who was still working their job and making excuses as if it was okay. They've been on this journey since I started this journey. I've been doing it 9, going on 10 years. I'm going to be celebrating my 10th year anniversary in Vegas in July. They've been doing it about 8 years and they still work on their corporate job. And they had a whole lot of excuses. They had a whole lot of excuses for still being on the job. They had a whole lot of excuses for not just coming in out here like a real pioneer and blowing it up on social media. They had a whole lot of excuses. And that's what we're going to have to stop doing. Stop letting yourself off the hook. Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop acting like it's okay for you to straddle the fence between being an entrepreneur and launching your business. Stop all of that and have a hard conversation with yourself. And let me tell you what you need to say. You need to say, self. I need everybody to type this in the chat. You need to say, self. Get help. Self. Aren't you tired? Self. You should have been free by now. Self. Time waits for no man. Self. The bus is moving. Self. Don't get left behind. Did y'all see the lady on, she did an IPO for her company, Bumble, the other day. And with that IPO, it turned her immediately into a billionaire. And it expanded my mind. I said, forget a meal. I'm about to chase a bill. It immediately expanded my mind as to the possibilities. And I said to myself, self, you could be a billionaire. What conversation are you having with yourself? Are you asking yourself to get up? Self, pick up your mat. Self, go do something. People are buying every day. Are you selling every day? Are you in movement every day? Are you in motion every day? Here's what boggles my mind. You get in motion to go to a job, but you won't get in motion for yourself. You got all the discipline. As an ouch for somebody. You got all the discipline in the world to show up at another man's dream. Because last I checked, every one of these companies is just another man's dream. JP Morgan Chase, two different companies, James Piermont and Samuel Chase. Both of them a dream. Wells Fargo, a dream. Hilton Hotels, a dream. Sam Walton dreamed about Walmart. Bill Gates dreamed about Microsoft. Steve Jobs dreamed about Apple. And every day you get up and you go to somebody else's dream as opposed to realizing that self, my dream is worth every dollar, every minute, every thought that's in my head. So again, it takes money to make money. You got to find somebody that's done it before, and you got to listen to whatever they say do, even when it's not comfortable. Here's another thing that knocks you off your track. It is the ruthless consistency that's required to move you to the next level. I'm going to say that again for the cheap seats. You must be ruthlessly consistent. One of the things I'm working on starting March 1st is showing up every single day, multiple times a day, like I used to. I have relied on automation and advertising for long enough. I'm about to start showing up like I used to. I'm about to be ruthlessly consistent. You're going to be able to set a time, an alarm clock around me. Are you being consistent? And what I mean is on a day-to-day basis. And again, If you haven't shared this broadcast, make sure you share this broadcast, because I totally feel this is a message that every entrepreneur needs to hear. And again, I'm going to show it to you tonight in the numbers. If you haven't registered, make sure you go to bit.ly/missingmoney21. I have a free webinar tonight where I'm going to be showing you exactly the pockets where your money is missing and what you're going to have to do differently to get that next level of revenue. But, if you can't take a step every day for your business, for your revenue, for your dreams, for your next level, for your greatness, if you can't take a step like that every day, then why even mess with the business in the first place? And I know that's an ouch for people, but it's true. Number 5 is pricing. Some of you are pricing yourselves out of business. That's an ouch. Some of you's pricing is so cheap that people think something is wrong with it. Good morning, Aisha. Some of you's pricing is so undervalued that people won't even touch it. You think you're doing the world a favor by keeping your prices low? You're not doing the world a favor. My client that made $142,000 in 35 days had products ranging from $99 to $25,000. You may say, well, coach, what can I possibly sell for $25,000? And I don't mean just go out there and put a $25,000 price tag on something. I mean to be able to articulate the value of that $25,000 product so succinctly and so without effort that if somebody had the money to pay for it, they would pay for it. Some of y'all are pricing yourselves out of business because you only have one product at one price to sell. Some of you are pricing yourself out of business because you let some naysayer somewhere come and tell you that your product was not worth all that. And you didn't have the courage to stand up and tell them that somebody somewhere will pay you your top dollar. It ain't got to be them. Matter of fact, it probably won't be them. But are you willing to go the distance to find the person that will pay you? And so, Tandika, it's amazing that, again, we don't know what we don't know. Tandika said, that's what I was thinking. What could I sell valued at $50,000 or $25,000 and make people feel like they got a deal? There's a training to that. There's an art to that. And once you learn it, you can sell those products over and over and over. And here's the caveat: and not work yourself to a bone. Not work yourself into oblivion, because we think more money equal hard work. But some of us, we're at our bandwidth. So we're going to have to redirect some of the work we're already doing, as well as understanding that just because somebody gave you $25,000, $50,000 doesn't mean they own you. You don't have to give up every waking moment, every 5 minutes. They can't be on your phone every 5 minutes. You got to understand the rules to govern even people at that level. And when you don't, what happens is you leave a whole lot of money on the table. And the last thing is your products. Do you have products that will sell even when you don't or even when you can't? Let me expound on that. If you got, for any reason, you weren't able to operate in your business in a day-to-day, do you have things set up so they continue to grow in your absence? Continue to generate revenue in your absence? A lot of people don't. And so what they quickly realize is that even making a lot of money, if something happens, you're back to square root, the root of one. And who wants to do that? Nobody. I know I don't. So you got to have products that are not only appealing to people, but that are in the right price point so you don't scare people off and people don't think, well, I'm not buying that. Must be something wrong with it if she's selling it. I'm just being honest. So guys, tonight, I'm going to break this all the way down, bit.ly/missingmoney21. If you haven't registered, make sure you do. I think we start at 8. I think so. But I'm going to be back later today, guys. I'm going to get out of here and get some work done. But I really want you to wrap your mind around what would it look like to earn in a 35 to 40 day window what you typically earn in a year, 6 months. You got to realize the opportunities exist, and the place where they start is in your mind. That's where your success starts. So I'll be back a little bit later this afternoon. If you haven't signed up already, make sure you do. My name on Clubhouse is @WealthSpeaker. So if you're not already following me on Clubhouse, make sure you do. I'm there with Pastor Jay, Profits and Profits, Monday through Friday. Took a break last night because these contractors are wearing me out. They are. And this insurance adjuster. But this too shall pass. So don't miss out on the opportunity to hear that breakdown tonight, okay? I love you guys, and I will see you a little bit later.